to tonight's episode of 20 Sides of Failure, where I, the keeper of the book and the runner of out of ideas, take you through this world that is Barovia and Curse of Strahd, the module by Wizards of the Coast. A quick announcement before we properly start. There will be no session next week. This is news to my players as well, I'm fully aware, but I am going to be abroad and therefore not able to DM. Feel free to obviously sort something out between yourselves for then, but for the audience at home, there will be no episode next Friday. Or at least nothing of Curse of Strahd. But, that's out of the way. That's all the, what's it called? The show dressing I had to do. And now we'll hand it over to the important people. Starting with the only living player. How we doing, Naren?
Hey, excited to be here, but your character has big feelings right now.
Beautiful. And then we hand it over to the player on their right.
Hi everybody, I'm English Ray, and I'm excited to see how this is all going to turn out.
And then on their right.
Hey, it's Dusky B. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm ready to hit some feels.
And then on to the next row. How we doing, Ness?
Hello, everybody. I am extremely nervous, and I apologize in advance, if I'm a total stuttering mess. But I'm hanging in there.
And last but certainly not least, how we feeling, Mythical?
Hey guys, my name is Mythical, and I'm extremely excited too. It's going to be a great session. Can't wait to see who the new party members are and the new characters, and whatever hell awaits for us.
To catch everyone up and do a quick recap. You had been tasked by the local priest, Father Lucian, to investigate the recent robbery of a holy relic, the bones of Saint Andral. They had been stolen from the crypt beneath the church at some point during the night, and although he had suspicions, he didn't know where the bones were. He wanted you to investigate, whilst keeping it on the down low, trying to not stir up panic within the town. After interrogating a local boy called Milavoj, you learnt that the bones were being kept in the local coffin maker's shop, one Henrik van der Voort. Arriving at his house and promptly kicking down the door, Henrik told you that the bones were upstairs. They were in the wardrobe in his bedroom. But he also warned the party of a nest of vampires that were using his top level as a base of operations. The party took his words, but didn't seem to really listen, as they went exploring upstairs and disturbed the vampires above. A rather brief fight later that felt like forever, but actually only lasted 30 seconds. 4 people were dead. Azazel and Aurora the only ones surviving, running from a burning building. And we immediately pick up with that scene. Aurora, you right now are being basically led through the town. Azazel's kind of clamped his hands on your shoulders and is just leading you away from the scene.
She is she's following, just she's very much, she's on autopilot right now. Like it's processing. She's on autopilot.
Very much so. You do notice, because your passive perception is high enough, you notice that the man that followed you to the house, that was keeping tabs on you, is still there, almost waiting for you to emerge from the side alley that you went down, but seeing just the two of you covered in open wounds and blood, there's a quirk of an eyebrow, and he leaves, heading northward. You, however, are not paying him too much attention as you're being forced back west, and you're assuming back to the tavern by Azazel.
Yeah. Yeah, again, she will follow where he leads. He could lead her straight to Strahd right now and she would go. That's how autopilot she is.
He...
Yes.
Oh. Beautiful timing.
Hi. Sorry.
No, the perfect timing. It was beautiful. So,
I know I am perfect. Thank
Azazel,
you.
you're leading Aurora away from the burning house. Where are you taking her?
It's back to the tavern because I'm assuming that's where we likely have like a couple of things. I don't know. That's just the last. That's the last point of cover we had.
Yeah, very easily done. The way to your rooms is by the outside staircase, so it's quite easy to get to your rooms without anyone noticing you arriving.
I'm just gonna take her right upstairs. I don't care what room. I mean, it could be my room. It could be one of the other people's rooms. I don't care. I'm just gonna grab a room. I'm just gonna slam the door. But like, okay, grab your fucking shit. We're gonna pack up and we're gonna get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay. Still on autopilot. She will basically keep doing that. She will do what he says, unless they end up in basically her room that she was sharing with Austra.
Fuck it. Let's make it interesting. Let's say I pick that room.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna get to, like, she'll get her stuff, no problem. Stop, look over at where Austra's stuff had been, and that's when it's basically gonna hit her, and she's just gonna drop, like, just straight drop onto her, like onto her knees, just like starting to sob.
Stop. This is not what we need right now. We need to be moving. You were doing that really, really well. What happened? What changed? Fuck, I chose the wrong room.
This was
fine. We're good. Come on, let's go. Come on.
She'll very slowly, very reluctantly grab her sister's bag and join him. It's like she's still crying.
I'm just gonna be like, hold on, just wait, hold on 1 second. I'm just gonna put my arms like on your shoulders and like sit you down and be like, I need you to ask you a very important question.
Yeah.
And I need you to answer very truthfully and honestly.
All right.
She's just like look at you like, can I give you the question? Look, are you even able to answer me like honestly right now?
She nods.
Why did you leave your sister there?
I can't say it was. I don't know. It was.
No. I don't know. It's not an answer. I need you need to tell me right here, right now, why you left her.
If I'd gone back, we both would have died.
And that means what? Like, what would that have meant? What does that equal if you both die? Absolutely nothing. So good on you for making it not just absolutely nothing. It is now something because you are living. That is what you need to focus on right now. Not that she's gone, not that a child died, not any of them. We all died. They're all things would have meant nothing. This now means something because two people are living, and you need to hold on to that for the rest of your life.
All right.
So now,
Look,
go ahead.
oh, she looks like still torn up, but she is processing. She is like obviously taking in what you're saying, and it is having an impact on her.
So now, I can't. Sorry, I have to process what the fuck I'm doing as this character sometimes. So now, I'm going to break some other news to you, but you're going to have to suck it up because you're a big kid. This isn't a teddy bear. I'm just going to hold up TS's teddy bear. This is a phylactery. And it's going to be worth a lot of money to the right people. That money is going to equal our smooth ride of not fucking with whatever we were just fucking.
All right.
You don't have any big plans to continue this stupid charade, correct?
The charade of protecting your friend and trying to stop Strahd.
Yes. Protecting part, not so much. Strahd part, yes.
This rate, I thought it was the only way for us to get out of here.
Probably. But when you have a lot of money, things aren't so bad in shitty places like this.
I'd like to see as much of it through as I can for my sister.
What?
To get home, to stop Strahd.
So you're intentionally wanting to stay on the charade of being a hero and to taking out a Strahd and saving everybody in this godforsaken place.
I'm a paladin after all. It's one of the few things I have left.
There's just a look of, are you kidding me right now?
She sees it but doesn't quite register it. She's still very like she's present, she's listening to you. She's still just very shaken up.
Hold on. So wait, are you telling me that, your work is how you identify as yourself?
It's for the most part, it's the largest part of me I've ever had. It's all I've ever known.
Well, there's a whole big world out there. And that's like, no offense, but a teeny bit of what the world is like out there.
So what are you proposing? That we just run away from all of this?
Yes. Unless you want to end up like them. That's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think I said it's too late? Leave them. It means we are going to go. I honestly, be completely frank with you right now, I might get slapped in the face. I can't believe you actually did that. Like, I'm still flabbergasted by that.
You tipped my mental scales, I guess you could say.
That's dangerous. Look, to be fair to you, you've been through a lot. I'll give you. I will. How about? I'll give you 24 hours. You can stay here. You can relax. You can process whatever you need to process, and then we can come back to this on a fresher mind.
Gonna nod slowly. I can agree to that.
Okay. How about you? I think you should stay in this room, not because I think you're a danger to anyone. I think you're more of a danger to yourself. I'll go grab you some food, some things to drink. I will make sure, but you probably should not be in public right now because you are in a state of shock and awe, and you're going to be rough. But I feel like you're strong, and 24 hours will be enough for you.
All right. I think I could use some rest in a bath anyway.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna go grab those things. Stay here. I'll be back.
All right. And she's gonna essentially kind of hug her sister's pack to her, kind of almost like a teddy bear, but like obviously it's not as soft. She's clinging to that thing.
I'm gonna leave. Just gonna give that a nod and accept that, and then I'm gonna head down to the bar.
Mm-hmm. Azazel, you didn't take any damage in that fight, did you?
No, I am badly injured.
You're badly injured.
From what? Yes. So I'm just, I mean, just under like half HP.
Oh, you're bloodied. Right, okay. So
Right.
you walk into the bar, and I need to actually roll something real quick. Okay, so
Don't like the sound of that.
Rictavio is there in the bar. He seems to be just writing something in a ledger, but as he sees you come in, he takes in your wounded state and is just there like, "Oh my dear man, is there anything I can do for you in your state? Want a little healing?"
I mean, I will never go to free healing because that would just be something a crazy person would say. But I also need a drink, and I also need normal drink, and I also need normal food to give to somebody who's grieving upstairs.
And you can see him kind of processing, and it's like, okay, if you're in that state and someone is grieving upstairs, it's like, I am. You go to get the food. I'm going to see if I can't do something. And he stands up, closes like the ledger he was writing in, and goes out the front door. You're guessing with the intention of like going up the stairs and finding Aurora.
She's a bit delirious, so don't believe everything she says, but to help her out.
He nods with like a worried look on his face and heads on up. You find Danica at the bar, as she always is. And she starts with a smile, but again, seeing your injured state, just kind of raises an eyebrow.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
And you just look plain sore.
Yes, I am. A lot of things. Vampires, fire, dead people. It's all a thing. Can I have normal like drinks? So, like probably like water. Yeah, let's just go with water, and then like food that's not gonna go bad from just sitting out for a while.
She nods there and goes, "Well, with the tip that the twins left this morning, your food is very much taken care of." And she goes into the back and brings out like a loaf of bread that's like one of the little par baked ones, and then a bowl full of stew.
Thank you, thank you, I appreciate it. Hey, if anyone comes asking for like any of us, can you just say that we cut town?
She nods to that. She's aware that right now this is probably an interesting moment for the two of you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You're one of the best. Now can I now I would like to have something that's very strong drink, and I will pay for that.
And she reaches under the counter and brings out like that bottle of moonshine that you've had like a shot of before.
Awesome. I would like all of it. Can I? How much do you want? Like, how much is that going to cut me?
She like raises an eyebrow and goes, "We'll say that the twins covered it," and she just hands you a bottle.
Awesome. Even in the past life, still helping me. You're gorgeous. All right. I'm sure you'll see me again soon.
And she gives you a nod. Aurora, you're kind of awoken from your stupor by a knock on the door.
She will set the bags down and very cautiously go crack the door open because she figures Azazel would have just walked back in.
Fair assessment. So on the other side of the door is Rictavio in his standard like garish circus fare, I guess is the best way of putting it. He has taken off his hat though, and you can see that underneath there's like a bald spot with a tiny little wisp in the middle that kind of has curled with the presence of a hat. And he says, "Hello, my dear. I know it's not my place, but I saw the injuries that Azazel had, and I thought that I would come up and see if I could be of any assistance to you, even if it's just some light healing."
She's going to nod, not quite trusting herself to talk without crying, and kind of just basically hold a hand out to him.
"Oh, my dear, you've been through the wars, haven't you?" And he takes your hand, and immediately you feel a cure wounds being cast on you, so I'll roll the dice now. Mark on your sheet that you've gained 13 HP.
Ooh. Thank you.
As he just kind of like quite tenderly brushes a thumb like over your knuckles, and as he does, like that's when the healing magic comes in.
Okay. Yeah, that closes up most of her wounds, and she looks a lot better.
I don't expect you to be in a good place right now. But if you need someone to talk to that is simply just an ear to vent, I'll be here the rest of the day until probably like late in the evening when I go to check on my monkey.
Thank you.
Of course.
It means a lot.
Well, it's obvious something happened. And I'm not going to pry, and I'm not going to make you tell me anything, but problem shared is a problem halved and all that.
It's true. I'm not sure I feel like talking to many people right now, but thank you.
Of course not. I'm not saying that I should come in right now. I can see that you still need time alone, and that's perfectly fine. But I will make myself available to you should you need me. Not that you would. And he gives you a little bit of it is still a comforting smile, but there's a little bit of a smirk there, where it's there like, I'm not saying you are gonna need me, but if you do.
Gonna nod again, like trying to say thank you and everything.
But no, he technically hasn't let go of your hand this entire time, and then as he's leaving, like he gives you a bow and just places a very light kiss, like on the same knuckles that he just stroked, and then drops your hand and leaves you be. I'd say probably Azazel, because you were pretty quick getting the food and the drink. You see Rictavio like giving this bow as he then moves away.
Whenever he leaves, can I just look at him and be like, the fuck did he do?
He healed me and just shows, like, basically shows him where her the knuckles that he kissed. Gave me a kiss on my knuckles. Farewell.
Okay. Fair. You feeling better? I know it's only been a couple of minutes, but so I know I have a habit of rushing people things that would most call traumatic.
A little better. Not being close to death myself helps.
Well, here's some food
Thank you.
and water to drink. Is there anything else you need?
Don't leave tonight.
I can do that.
Thank you.
I'll just, with the ball in my hand, I'm just gonna go. I'll just sit next to you and kind of like pat you on your back.
She is, while she eats, she's gonna basically very much lean into your touch and kind of just halfway cuddle up to you, basically.
It's easy after the, I'll just sit there and just, just kind of basically be whatever you kind of need him to be. You can see like he's processing things. If like you can tell, it doesn't seem like anything's affecting him, or at least he's not showing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's doing her best not to like full on sob, but it's that thing of like you can see whenever her brain touches on it again and just like she starts kind of crying a bit, like every little while.
Well, he doesn't say much. He kind of just knows you need to do your thing, and he's just letting you to do it.
Okay, yeah, she'd basically, barring like maybe moving to get her gear off, would not really leave your side through the night, like rest of the day, night, and everything. Like,
Yeah, keeping an eye kind of on the door and the window, just assuming somebody else is probably gonna come at some point, just keeping an eye out. I'll probably just kind of sit on the bed with her, just kind of lean against the wall and just. He's not getting drunk. He's just going to be sipping that like ever so little bit, just to feel a burn and something warm in his stomach throughout the couple hours until like it gets to the night and then lull off to sleep if nothing comes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nothing happens for a good couple of hours. But I'd say around like 2 p.m. you do hear someone moving on the landing outside the room.
Like coming towards us.
Well, they have to come towards just the rest of the rooms in general. But there is a moment where they stop outside the door.
Okay. Is she asleep?
Would you be asleep at 2 p.m.?
probably. I mean, trying makes as hard as she probably is off and on is gonna make her tired.
I'm not going to try to move. I'm just going to keep an eye. The door is locked, so I'm going to keep an ear out if they're trying to like get in.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of a way to describe this. You watch as the door handle does turn, like someone does try to come in, and they obviously find that the door is locked.
Mm-hmm. Is there a knock? Is there anything?
I'll leave the rest of the description up to Mythical. What do you do?
Ah,
So the door is locked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's just kind of standing there in front of it, wondering why it's locked. She wants to get in.
And now you can.
Well, DM, I'd like to go through the door.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So
Huh.
you watch Azazel as Saya walks through the door.
Like Arsair?
As in Saya.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like having a really sleep. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just gonna look at the bottom. Like, did she fucking drug me?
As she comes in, she's gonna look and go, "Oh, good, you guys are okay. I was worried about everyone." And she just
I
kind of starts walking by.
No. I'm not moving, but that's literally what I'm saying. No.
She can go right through you.
Are you going to?
Yup.
It's incredibly uncomfortable.
Sarah, it feels weird for you as well. Like, this is a new thing, and you felt him pass through you. Like, you felt him plucking at muscles and sinews that it just felt grim.
Do you not do that again?
Oh, I wasn't trying to.
You know, you're the one who moved through me. You absolutely were trying to.
Listen, there's a lot going on here that I haven't figured out myself.
How about you start talking because I saw you die.
Speaking of that, where did you go?
What do you mean, where did I go? Look where I am.
I woke up, you weren't here. You weren't there.
No fucking shit. The building's on fire.
Hmm. It was for a little bit, wasn't it?
Did you stop it?
Oh no, I had nothing to do with that.
If you could start making a little sense here, that would be very nice. Are you dead? Are you a ghost? Are you a criminal?
So many questions and so many
Yeah.
answers.
No, there's only should be one.
I'm not dead. I don't think. I don't know. The fact that I can walk through a door and through you, but still feel me going through you is a little strange. Very much.
Mm-hmm.
When I woke up, I saw TS, Austra, and Valdis all on the floor, with blood all over them. The
Yeah.
crates were sealed back. I don't look good myself either, but we don't have to get into that right now. I look perfectly fine right now.
No, you're very transparent, and not in a good way.
If you want to describe what you look like, Saya, to give everyone a picture of what they're seeing.
So, how Saya looks right now is she is still very much. She's got. Oh, how do I explain this? She's still in her purple attire with her purple cape. Her eyes. Her purple eyes are glowing a bit more. But this is just an appearance she wants everyone to see. She wants all of you to see.
Well, there's one of us. The other one's sleeping.
Well, yeah, she wants you to see. And she still has the gash, like the bite marks that were in her neck that she got from the vampires. And she'll kind of focus and she'll bring down. DM, do you want to describe how she looks after she brings down, like, how she wants people to look?
Well, that's the thing. I need to reread the book because I don't know if you have access to that yet. I think that's a tier 2 thing.
Never mind. Okay, so yeah, she's
over 9,000. Sorry.
She has, and when she talks to you, her voice is kind of like echoey a little bit. Like, she looks and talks like she might be dead, but she really doesn't know what's going on. And she just walked through the door.
I know. I saw you walk through the door.
Oh. And does she still have the little thing that she got? Or did she?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The items, the bones.
Oh yeah, that has already been done.
Okay, that's been done. Okay. Yeah, so her eyes are glowing a bit more. Her skin's paler, way colder than it was before, but it was already cold to begin with. Her voice is kind of echoey, and she just kind of she just kind of lets down her hood, and her black hair is floating slightly. Like, it's just, like, it honestly looks like she's in water, like underwater, the way it's flowing, but she goes, I got the bones. They've been returned. That mission is complete. And she just kind of looks at Azazel, who I assume is wide-eyed right now about Saya, right?
Yes.
And she just kind of goes, the building you thought you set on fire.
I know. I know I set on fire.
It didn't burn. It's still very much there.
Why can't anything just go right?
And that kind of... Saya's just gonna look at him and go, what, did you want us dead?
That's not what I said. In any way, shape, or form. You were putting those words out, not me.
Look, I don't know what happened, but I'm here.
That's where I'm concerned about. To be completely honest with you, I think that you made a deal with something, and I need to be watching my ass before you kill me.
Please.
No.
I did not make a deal with anyone. Maybe I'm just got lucky enough to have a second chance at life. If you could even call this life.
Hmm. Hmm. Not a fan. Not a fan.
You're not happy to see me? One of the
Jen
comrades?
didn't say that.
I don't know. That's what I'm getting from you, is that you're not happy I'm here.
Okay. Let's put this into perspective, shall we? Half the people I knew were hanging out with all just died. I lit a thing on fire, completely thinking everything is on fire. Now you're telling me, oh no, things are on fire, and I can walk through doors and through you. Would you just be like, oh yeah, man, come on in here for a fucking beer? Huh?
Does the yelling wake up
Yeah.
Aurora at
I
all?
was gonna say that was my next question because that was kind of me going out.
Yeah, as I'd say as the language is getting louder and they're kind of like having this banter back and forth, Aurora, you're stirred from your slumber.
Yeah, fair enough. She is going to jump when she sees when she sees Saya. I can English.
She's gonna look over at Aurora and go, surprise.
Oh.
And then she'll really start looking at everyone and explaining. I'll go over this again. The building is still alive. The building is still up and gone. Everyone else is dead. I am alive, and I'm not sure how that is or why that is, but here I am. I can walk through doors now. I can walk through people. And then, to demonstrate, is there 2 beds in the room or just 1 bed?
There's 2 beds in the room.
She's gonna walk over to the empty bed and just kind of walk through it. And then she'll like stand in the middle. And I apparently do this now.
Okay.
Very off-putting.
So
DM
you're gonna
can-
take some damage for doing that.
Heh. Let's no.
How can a ghost die? We'll see.
Stay tuned.
You take 2 points of force damage as you stand in the middle of the bed, like kind of gesturing like, hey look guys, I'm here. And then you get shunted out of the bed.
She goes, oh no, wait, hold on. Was I still at 1 HP? Because that's not good.
Yeah, you were, because you had no healing. So you get shunted out of the bed and you fall unconscious on the floor.
That is so fucking funny. Oh my god.
Here I am.
Ta-da!
Okay.
So, does she, like, if she's unconscious and she's like a geist or something, is she just floating on the floor or does she go through the floor?
Oh
And
no, like she
I don't
falls
think I
to the
can
floor.
help. I don't think I can help you because I don't have healing. I don't think we can. I can heal a ghost.
I mean, standard rules apply. You can go over and try and stabilize her if you want.
I'm concerned about doing that, to be completely honest.
Well,
I
someone
would
better
like
do
to say,
something
I mean,
because
like,
now Saya's rolling death saves.
I'm gonna fucking cry laughing if she fucking dies.
I'll be nice, and I would. Well, I am gonna look to Aurora, but like, thoughts?
Uh, well, if she's alive in some sense, we should try to help her. Gonna.
Ugh. Do you have any healing? I don't.
I have a little bit.
Alrighty, then it's all gonna be you because I have nothing.
Yeah, she's still got some lay on hands. So she will start by seeing if she can put a single point
Mm-hmm.
into Saya.
Yeah, Saya, you wake up on the floor.
And she gets back up and goes, "Thank you. I'll have to watch out for that from now on." I don't know
Do
the
you
rules yet.
hold something? I'm gonna just like hold over the bottle.
Do I hold it, DM?
Yeah.
I think I
Well,
can, right?
Your movement ability is a conscious choice made by you, or a subconscious one. So yeah, you can still hold things.
She takes the bottle and just holds it. Is there anything in it?
Yeah.
She's gonna drink it.
Yeah, it's that really strong moonshine that you saw Austra get wasted on the other night.
As she like takes a sip of it, she just goes, "Oh yeah, I remember this. You did Astra in big time."
Uh-huh. Do you feel anything?
I feel fine. I'm not drunk, am I, DM? Just
No,
from a
no,
sip.
because from a sip you're fine because you didn't even take a shot's worth. But yeah, like it tastes foul, and you can tell that it's strong.
And she goes, yeah, here, you could take that back."
I take it back. Oh, go. You know what? Go to your room. I'm figuring this out tomorrow because my brain hurts now.
Um, one sec, slight technical difficulty here. Okay. So she's just gonna go walk back through the door.
You said stop, stop. I'm not getting you up again. even though I didn't get you up. But stop walking through things, because the last time you tried to do that, you died. Again. The first, second, third, fourth, I don't know how many times.
Yeah. And then she just goes out the door. Like, she turns it and opens it and goes out.
I thought you just said, fuck it, I'm doing it anyways.
God.
Say you're.
What's going on?
Oh, go on.
Go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
was just about to say, like, say, you're getting the impression that Aurora and Azazel have made the decision to basically just bunker down for the day. So what is it that you're wanting to do?
She's kind of wondering about, like, what to do next. Like, she got back here. She's gonna go down to the bar.
Fair enough. They have a very similar reaction to you as they did to Azazel. Like, again, Rictavio is in the bar and seeing you with a massive gash on your neck, like, immediately has like a quite a scared look on his face. He goes, if you wouldn't mind, dear, I would love to offer some healing for that.
Okay. I would appreciate that.
You heal 14. He's been rolling really well.
And, it doesn't disappear, does it?
Oh, no, it heals.
Oh, it heals? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, you're not just stuck with a massive gash. Like, your skin does heal.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So, you saw Azazel and Aurora. How did they look
Oh,
before I came?
oh, bless her, the girl's traumatized. You can tell that Azazel, he's trying to keep a brave face on, because if he doesn't, then who is?
Unfortunately, they are Valdis, T.S., and Austra. They're not coming back.
You should perhaps go talk to Father Lucian about arranging a burial for them.
The building's not safe.
Well, if you're worried about safety, you could always go talk to the burgomaster. If you present your case to him, he might give you some guards to go with you.
I'm just concerned because they're still in that room where everything happened.
Well, as I said, you can always take some guards with you, or, I guess where are the brothers? And you can see him looking around, and you can't see the two, like, tracker hunters that have kind of been in the bar in the evenings. It's like, they must be on a hunt. Either way. You should feel alright soon. Your neck will definitely be getting better anyway.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
But don't let me stop you, old fool nattering on. You go get whatever it is you were wanting.
Actually, I prefer to have some food.
Of course. I mean, as
I
far as I
had a
remember,
little
you
bit left.
you paid for your room, didn't you? So food comes standard.
Okay. And Saya's thought process was she's wondering if food tastes different to her.
Fair enough. You're handed very similar to Azazel was, like this par-baked loaf, and then a bowl of like really hot steaming, like it looks like a vegetable beetroot stew. Hearty stuff that you're eating and you are enjoying, but you are noticing that sharper tastes, like the sourness of the beetroot, isn't hitting the same. It's almost like someone's turned the volume knob down just a little bit.
And you just kind of like she just goes, is this the same that I've had before?
Who are you saying that to?
Oh, Rictaro.
Mm-hmm.
Or Tavio.
Yeah, he had gone back to writing in whatever ledger he had. So looking to you, he goes, "Oh, as far as I'm aware, it's a very similar recipe that they do most days."
And then she tries a different. There's different types of food on the plate, right?
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a selection stuff. There's like bread and a little bit of butter to go with it.
Alright, so she tries the bread and butter.
And yeah, it's like you know that Erwin bakes these loaves like every day. So it should
Right.
have that taste of like fresh, warm, baked bread. And while it's still warm and it is still delicious, especially with the melted butter, there's a little bit of the richness is gone. Like the creaminess of the fresh butter is just a little bit faded.
Oh, this sucks.
It's something that is like you're just noticing it. It's just on the edge of your tongue. This butter doesn't taste the same.
And now she starts going crazy. She wants to drink everything and eat everything to see if things are different. Like she's figuring it out, like the subtle differences.
Yeah, you have a little bit of everything. Yeah, the best way of describing it is everything is a little bit less. Like the wine is less strong and less rich. At one point, they come out with like a bit of steak, and although it is still like a lovely done bit of steak, it's less meaty somehow. Less flavorful, less juicy. And I think it's to this scene that the doors will open. What does the bar see when the members of Full House walk through the front door?
Oh boy. All right. I can't believe this is our introduction. Okay. So marching order. Who would be first? Because I'm in the back, if I remember correctly.
Who got
With
the
hat.
who got the letter and stuff and like from
Ismark?
Ismark, yeah, like who's got the letter from Ismark?
I think that was you, because you had him write down everything.
If I have it, then sure. I guess I'm first.
All right then, Queenie. What do you look like?
Okay, I wrote down heights, and now I can't remember the heights.
You were like five. Oh my God. You were like average height, if I remember correctly, above average height.
I'm 5'6". That's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you see a 5.5 foot slender woman come through the door. Long black, wavy hair. Eyes are really piercing, light blue. There are tattoos down her arms, in the shape of like a red heart, and then there's blue and yellow, filigree and like swirls around it. She's conventionally attractive. Like you'd look at her and you'd be like, yeah, she's pretty. Her skin is a little bit sun-kissed. Big pack on the back. There is a hand axe at her hip and a mace at her shoulder. And she's holding like a piece of paper that looks as though it's been like folded a few times. So, and she'll call over her shoulder to the people behind her. This is definitely the right place. It's the right name.
I guess the next up would be Jack and King. Jack would be the first one in, standing at about 5'4". Pretty much pompadour haircut. Kind of reddish hair. His outfit is primarily it's primarily work clothes. There's a lot of pockets where you can see fine tools just kind of shoved in, neatly laid out, just for an easier access to be able to get to if need be, despite them seeming to be a little bit everywhere on his body. Nothing insane. He has a larger coat on, primarily leather. It looks like it was used for more protection than style, as there are some burns on it and some worn areas, primarily around the elbows and on the sides. He has a set of goggles that he keeps kind of around his neck that he can pull up. It's like the old welding goggles, except for instead of the panes being tinted, they're clear, more for just eye protection than anything else. Right behind him is King, which is a 7-foot tall, steampunk-esque, pretty much mechanical person. There is no face on its head, though. It's just a clean slate.
After King would probably be me. So right next to this 7-foot tall hunk of a metal man, there is also a 7-foot tall, taller man. Very out of place, very colorful. He's got purple grayish skin with patches of light purple on it. His eyes are a constant swirling, iridescent like mist of like purples and blues and pinks. He's very long, almost like coarse hair that's pulled into a very loose braid that ends about a couple inches past his waist. Very curly, black and white, kind of like interwoven with each other. He has a light brown cloak with kind of like tawny brown fur around the collar and very mismatched pants. It's a bunch of patchwork like pieces of fabric sewn together to make pants, as he just kind of like sheepishly ducks through the door and kind of nods to the other two. And also imagine my voice being a lot deeper than it can actually go from now on.
Well, if this is the place, is there a TS or what were the other names? In Aurora?
Azazel? Austra?
Maybe
Saya?
maybe we should talk to the person at the bar first instead of calling out names. It could be perceived a little weird.
Yeah,
I-
you're probably right.
It's a good way to
I
get people's
will.
attention, though.
I will say, if the three of you go up to the bar where Saya is, you would notice that she's taking bits of, like each like of the several plates in front of her, and every time she like eats something, she'll like spit it out and then like put it back on the plate, and like every time she eats something, her like facial like changes. Like she's just like, well, this tastes good. Like it looks like that it tastes good, but at the same time, she's just like, but there's something wrong with it.
Seems a waste, but okay.
We will get back to that as we do a little bit of a time reversal. Full House, this, you coming to the tavern, has happened at the end of an 8-hour journey. You have been travelling pretty much since the morning, and it is now 4 p.m. At one point, you knew you were being followed. You could see the gleaming eyes in the forest. Although you were warned not to walk into it, you were proven that to be a fact when a wolf the size of a grizzly bear comes out of the forest after about an hour of walking and begins to pursue you. It never attacks. It never gets close enough to be considered either threatening or be threatened by you. But every now and again it would let off a mournful howl and it would be responded to in kind.
Did Ismark warn? He did warn us about the wolves, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yes.
he warned you to not. No, he warned you to not walk through the forest and to stick to the path.
I thought he said something about wolves and bats.
I mean, he may
Yeah,
have done.
because I asked him if we had any flora or fauna to watch out for, and he said, "Oh, yeah, the wolves and the bats. Be careful about those." And we were like, "Okay, cool, duly noted."
The wolves didn't leave you until you came across a band of very colourfully dressed travellers. They introduced themselves as the Vistani and said that for a small gold fee, they would be happy to be your guides and take you the quickest route. It wasn't until they actually told you what that small fee was that you realised you couldn't afford it.
Okay.
So you were thankful, but said that you couldn't afford their fee. They still sent you in the general right direction. They weren't complete asses about it. But you could kind of tell that they saw you as fresh meat potentially being able to be fleeced. Because 100 gold for a guide is a lot.
Oh my god, yeah. Literally, as soon as they say that they have a fee, Sonder immediately just looks like aghast, like taken aback, like, we, does it? Just turns to Queenie and Jack, like, do they normally charge? I never charged anything. Are you supposed to charge? That seems awful.
Depends on the route sometimes. If it's dangerous, sure, maybe you'd take a fee.
You got swallowed by a plant. I didn't charge anything.
You promised you weren't gonna bring that up?
Just kind of like sheepishly smiles at you. His ears kind of go down a little bit, like,
Oh no,
my
please.
bad.
As soon as the ears go down, like the hands come up to like try to scratch.
He'll just kind of lean his head forward so you can reach him.
It's fine. It's fine.
But at the end of 8 hours, you reached the town of Valaki. You can see bunting all over the place, some old, some new. It seems that some kind of preparation is being made in the town square for the Festival of the Blazing Sun, something that's going to be happening in a couple of days. You make it to the tavern that you were directed to, and you hold a list of names that were promised to you to be people that could be allies to you.
In that case, then we walk through the door. So, okay, we're here. We made it. Great. Food and drinks. My feet are killing me. And then we'll find the people.
I mean, if your feet were really hurting you that bad, I could have given you a piggyback ride.
Yeah, no. It's a long journey for all of us. I'm not about to make your journey worse just because my feet hurt.
Well, then why don't you go get a seat? I'll get us some drinks. Possibly a meal. Can I see that list?
Yep, and hands the list over to him.
Jack's gonna head over to the bar.
Behind the bar, middle-aged woman with showing her age with a white streak going from the front of her fringe all the way back and held in place with a knotted bun. She gives you all a smile and looks up at King with just a look of... It's a mixture of amazement and also a I have no idea what to do with you.
It's all right. He doesn't eat anything, so we don't need food for him or a drink. If you don't, no, sorry, getting ahead of myself. I'm traveling for a while. If you're not comfortable with him being around, I can leave him outside. If that's all right.
I'm fine with him being inside, as long as he is comfortable in a corner. Like she's trying to compute his size, just like okay.
Well, you heard the fine lady. Just go over to a corner. Just sit down. Try not to trip anyone. King's gonna just saunter on over. Pretty much going into timeout. Would I be able to get a few drinks? I don't know what you serve here.
We serve the house specials of the wine, and then we have standard like juices, milk, water, depending on what you're looking for. There was also a stronger liquor, but that bottle was recently bought.
We'll just take the house wine, if that's alright by you. And if you could do me a favor, do you know any of these people? We've been sent here to try to find them. We're supposed to help them out. In turn, they're going to help us out. We're new here. We don't belong here. We're just trying to find a way to get back.
Yeah, I would say prior, if it was possible prior, when they were like asking the names or saying the names, Saya would have like looked up at the bartender and like kind of like did a single of don't mention anything yet.
I think we maybe retconned the names when Ellie said that we'd literally just like walked through the door after 8 hours. I think we retconned calling out the names.
If you want to retcon calling out the names, then that's fine, just as long as everyone else knows.
So you didn't call out the names then?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so she looks over the list, and there's a moment of like a pause. Some of these people are upstairs. I believe that they are in their room. Some of them I have not seen since this morning. From what I have heard, they were in a bit of a scuffle today. So they're trying to rest and recuperate. But if you want to go introduce yourselves, they are in this room, and like she gives a room number. Feel free to knock on the door, and if they politely tell you to piss off, don't take too much offense to it.
I understand. Will not take any offense.
So Saya, she doesn't actually point to you being like, oh, you're looking for Saya? There's Saya. But she keeps it vague enough to be like, I'm telling the truth, but also, I don't know these people, so I'm not just going to immediately out you to them.
She said the number, though, the room number, right?
Oh, yeah, she was there, like, if you're looking for... Essentially, if you're looking for Austra and... Not Austra, if you're looking for Aurora and Azazel, they're in this room.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have... They, Is there a way for her to, like, glance over the list without knowing, without being seen doing it? Can I, like, stealth do it?
Yeah, you can stealth. And it'd be based against everyone else's passive. So now I can...
Alright, so I'm gonna do that then. Nope.
I think
After 7.
King even sees you do this.
No, literally.
So let me drag new players and new art onto the map so we can see portraits, but also I can see passive perceptions. Yeah, all of you can see the lady at the bar just looking over the list that you'd handed the bartender.
Any chance do you know them too?
And
Why
for your reference, Saya, it's literally just a list of your names. Like, there isn't any kind of written by this person, you don't recognize the handwriting, it is just a straight up bullet point list of names.
Why are you looking for them?
We were sent here by a guy called Ismark. We kind of just got here today. We were told that these are also a group of people who kind of got here for us, but they're also trying to find a way back out. Figured, we're trying to get out, they're trying to get out. Better in numbers.
He kind of swallows and nods. Won't find Valdis, TS, or Austra here. They're dead.
Do I overhear this at the table I'm sitting at?
With how quiet the tavern is right now, because it is literally just you four and Rictavio and the bartender, if Saya's not being subtle about this and just being there like, they're dead, you will probably hear it.
Is Saya being subtle, or is she just saying it?
She's just saying it like they're dead. You won't find them here.
Oh, shit. Walks over to the bar. Well, that ain't good.
Sonder will follow and just kind of like hang back a little bit, and you just hear a small like, "Oh, my condolences." That's always not pleasant to deal with.
Did you know him?
Yeah, you could
Because
say that.
Saya still hasn't said she's one of the people on the list, so
Right. And she goes, yeah, you could say that.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry then. That's awful.
do you know where we can find? You said Aurora, Azazel, and Saya is? I don't even know if I'm saying these names right.
Well, for starters, I'm Saya.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Azazel and Aurora are upstairs, and they are not. And she just kind of looks over them because now she's getting protective of her party mates. They're not.
Oh, they're not to be disturbed?
I think they're possibly mourning the loss of 3 of their group members.
Sonder just nods very sadly. I think it would probably be best if we let them be for a little bit. We don't know exactly how soon this happened, and it's best not to bother somebody when they're grieving for their friends.
It happened not too long ago. We're on a mission. And more or less, we were surrounded by vampires.
Just eyes go wide.
Say that again.
For what it's worth, everyone fought courageously. And when we tried to retreat, it was too late. And Azazel and Aurora, well, they fled. Which may have been the right decision, but I don't know, it's not my business why they did what they did, but I found them here. So before anything happens, you guys can tell me your concerns and why you're looking for us, and we'll go from there.
We literally got here today. Bumped into Ismark. Said we wanted out. And he said you guys wanted out of here too. Said we should combine forces.
He basically said that since we are all in the same position, that it would be best if we joined forces, because more heads are better than one. And if somebody finds a way to get everybody out, then it's best for both parties.
I also don't want to be rude. My name's Jack, by the way. That's Queenie. This is Aces, and the big one over there is King.
Oh, apologies. That is very rude of us. It's very nice to meet you, Saya. And he does like a very like shy wave.
And he's really tall, right?
Oh, he's 7'2".
Yeah. Say is like five. I think she's like 6 foot for an elf, but that's still really tall. So she's just kind of looking up, going, "Wow, you're really tall."
Oh, yeah, I I get that quite a bit. And his tail kind of like swishes nervously behind him. I can crouch down more if you'd like, if it makes you nervous.
No, no, do what's comfortable for you. If you guys will excuse me for a moment, I'll go up to them. It's better me, just so that we don't freak them out, but I will tell them.
Well,
And we'll go from there.
Well,
That
not
won't bother them today.
yeah, I agree. If you are all mourning the loss of your friends, I think it would be
Yeah.
better if we waited.
yeah, we don't want to intrude on that or anything.
It's not gonna matter. We have to get out of here anyway. We have things to do, places to be.
Yeah, but there's always tomorrow. Today seems like a day for mourning. So, mourn. We'll still be here. It's not like we can get out of this place alone.
And we did also just travel cumulatively 8 or so hours. So it would also be nice to rest a bit before getting straight into business.
Shayna's just gonna nod, looking at all three of them. All right. In that case, you can make yourselves at home here. They're really nice. We kind of have. Saya's just gonna turn around, start cleaning up her mess, and and as she does, she just kind of sits down, because as they were like talking about mourning, that's when it kind of hits her a little bit, going, like, she just kind of sits and she just goes, "Oh, mourning, right? Because you guys need rooms, and the rooms are the rooms are empty, and
Take a breath.
and she just kind of she takes up one hand, and she's just kind of like closing it in and out, like clenching it in and out, because she doesn't show emotion, but things have been weird lately for her, so she's just kind of like, I don't know what to do with their stuff. I haven't even thought about it yet. I just got back myself, and things have been weird, and
It's all right. It's all
Breathe.
right. Things are chaotic right now. None of us really know exactly what's happening, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Take a big deep breath, okay? In through your nose, out through your mouth. Everything will be all right. Don't think about this now. You can go back to your room, you can sit here, you can do whatever you need to do to think and process everything. Don't worry about us. We'll figure it out. We've been through a lot ourselves. Just think about you and your friends and what you need for yourselves. We'll be all right.
Um, yeah, in that moment, Saya's just gonna nod and just go up the stairs and return to her room.
I look to Jack and Aces. The fuck is up with this place?
Well, considering the very dark atmosphere, the humidity in the air causing a lot of the fog, I assume this place is a bit dreary. Doesn't get much sunlight. The vegetation seems very wilted. It's very strange. I've never seen a place like this. Oh, I see. Just kind of
Vibes. Just the vibe of the place.
I I apologize.
Don't apologize. You don't have to. You know that.
I think what Aces was trying to say, this place is a little on its head and dangerous.
Yes. It would be best if we kept on our guard. And kept an eye and an ear out for each other. And stay close. Just in case. Especially if there's vampires around. I'm
And
not
wolves
super
frickin'
common.
follow you.
I'm sorry, I did not hear that.
And the wolves that frickin' follow you.
Well, they didn't seem to pose very much of a threat. I think they were just observing us, passing
is-
along information, which isn't exactly the most
Normal.
comforting. That as well. The next time we see one, I can always ask them what they're doing.
If you want to, sure, that doesn't seem wise, but considering how Jack introduced us, I guess this is Feywild rules.
Until we know that the people around us are trustworthy, definitely.
DM, Saya doesn't go to her room. She goes to Azazel and Aurora.
Okay, so doing a little bit of a backtrack. What has Azazel and Aurora been doing since Saya left?
I'm contemplating life.
Mm-hmm.
That is such a mood.
Me too, buddy. Me too.
I'm like, should I have stayed in the building and let myself burn with that building? Did I make the right choice?
I could have been a cool, like, ghost person.
I could have. This could have not be my problem right now.
I could have been Turbo.
Aurora's basically sunken into like quiet, like the quiet side of like grief, and has grabbed her drawing book and begun to draw a picture of Austra in it. Still completely like cuddled up against Azazel's side.
So not much. I'm kind of just gonna chill here unless people come to interrupt me, which it sounds like it's about to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So pretty much nothing.
All right then. So the relative peace is interrupted as Saya You come to the room.
Oh, fuck, you're back. Shit. Sorry. What?
I'm still the same old Saya. It's me.
No, you're not. You died. Crack a smile, and I know it's really you.
And she just kind of stands there blank-faced, and she just goes, I never smiled before, ever.
See, you gotta be a doppelganger. Like, you know too much. What was that? What do you want?
Mm,
What?
when you guys are feeling up for it, come see me.
I see you right now. And I wasn't up for it, but I see you now, so I guess I'm up for it.
Are you gonna be like this the whole time? Saya, like, she raised her voice a little bit and she goes, no, okay. Breathe.
Can you breathe?
And she just looked at him and she just was like,
I got it. Sorry, continue.
yeah.
You were trying so hard.
What?
Also, this is Azalea. He has been this the entire time. Like nothing
I
has
know.
changed.
Oh, I know. This is Hazel. She just goes. Look, there's some people downstairs. They're not in a rush. They
Dear
know.
God.
They know a little of our situation. They don't know much.
No.
What do you mean no? What do you know that I don't know?
I don't know, but there's people downstairs and we're in a tavern, so I expected people to be down there.
Well, there's people down there. Well, yeah, there's people down there. And
Continue. I'm enthralled by this story.
she looks over at Aurora.
Aurora's paying attention, but she's not really saying much. She's kind of nodding along to kind of what Azazel's saying. Of like, that's a tavern. Why wouldn't there be people downstairs?
He looks back to Azazel and says, "Let me get one thing straight. 1, I am still your teammate. 2, I don't know if I'm alive, dead, or in between, but I am not your enemy. So remember that, okay?"
I'll just give you a nod.
And for what it's worth, I'm sad over everyone else as well. You weren't there when you weren't there to wake up to see your teammates on the floor like I was.
So tell me more about these people downstairs.
They have a list of names.
Dear
Well,
God.
they have our name.
No.
It's a bucket.
Yes. It's just what I feel like this whole scene is right now.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more. No.
Okay, they have our names on them. Are they cops? Are they police? They have to tell you if they're cops.
They're regular people.
How? That's even worse.
Well, I say regular, but
We're in Barovia. No one's regular.
they don't seem suspicious, but could be wrong.
All right. I know you're an absolute amazing judge of character, but I'm just gonna go to confirm. How about you stay here with Aurora?
Saya will nod, and she's gonna go to sit on the bed next to Aurora, and then just kind of thinking about everything Azazel has been saying, she gets up and moves to the opposite side of the bed to the other bed, not to freak her out. Like, it's literally like, oh, yeah, wait, I'm a ghost now, and goes over to there.
I have to do ghost things.
Oh,
I guess. All right. I guess I'm just gonna make sure the door's locked behind me, and then I'll go downstairs and into the tavern.
Yeah, it's very easy, Azazel, to see the people that Safe was talking about. Mainly because they're dressed very differently to the rest of you. But also, one of them seems to be talking to a giant robot.
Dear. Sorry. I'm just stuck on that.
Votes for renaming King Bucket.
No, literally, that's his nickname.
Yes. But no, I'll walk through the front. I'll just look at all of them. And I'll see the robot. And I'll just go, dear. Yeah. I've heard of you.
God has nothing to do with this. We made that. And you haven't heard of us.
We're actually very new here. This is our first day.
Oh, well, you guys are going to be so much fun. I can already tell.
Just kind of like leans down to Queenie, like, I think he likes us.
I think he's an arsehole, but let's see where this leads.
I think it's not polite to whisper about people in front of them.
You're not in front of me, you're actually above.
No, I'm I'm at the front door.
Oh wait, I forgot we changed the layout of this thing, so
Yeah,
you're not actually looking
like-
over shit, are you?
Am I just spider climbing on the ceiling?
Azazel has just climbed up from the outside, like not even walking in, just
No, he
like,
just has an air of authority that he believes he's just above people.
sounds
So
about right.
you're insane. You talk about people. What do you do?
Play cards.
Oh, we're gonna get along. Okay, that's fine. Who are you? Since I don't know you.
I'm Jack. That's Queenie.
Jill? Nah.
Close. That's Aces, and this one right here is King.
Aces?
Yes, like the playing card. Like an ace.
Because aces are wild.
Just gives him like a little bit of a embarrassed grin, kind of like closed-eyed smile, like, grr.
I just blink. So what are you all doing here? Why did the cat drag you in?
We're trying to meet up with a group.
A
To help
group?
each other out.
How so? What, you trying to kill him?
I hope
What?
not.
No.
Good reactions, good reactions. Who's the group?
We don't have a name for the group. It was just names of the people inside the group. We heard 3 of them pass, though, so we're primarily trying to find, well, we talked to Saya, Zazel, and Aurora.
Man, it must be a really shitty group if half of them are dead.
Could be the area. We're not sure what all's here, but we've seen some pretty large wolves on our way here, so... As well as we were informed that we're vampires in the area, so that's never a fun
Oh!
time.
You were informed that there are vampires in here. What else were you informed about?
That there are people who charge way too much to be guides of the area. Did you know? I think it's actually a scam.
I don't think that's the kind of answer he was asking.
Well, I think it's important.
Okay.
Just kind of like pouts and crosses his arms. It's blatant thievery.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you here to help them with?
To get out of here. Apparently they want out of here, we want out of here. Best
Okay.
combined forces.
One more question. Do you just tell anyone why and who you're looking for, what you're doing? Like, in completeness?
No, we were just told to come here because this is where they are,
You
apparently.
don't know who I am, and you just did what you said you didn't do.
Well, yes, that's because you're in this location.
If you know who they are, then that's completely fine. But we're trying to give them space because they lost a couple of team members, and I don't want to bother them.
You're right. Do you have any coin to give them to console their condolences?
This kind of like cocks his head to the side, and his ears kind of like push more towards the front.
I
If we
don't think
did,
any amount of money is gonna get their friends back. The least we can do is give them time to mourn.
as well as if we did, we also don't know you, so we wouldn't be handing it over to you. We'd like to hand it over directly to the people.
Directly to the people. At least you're not all total buffoons. New person. That's actually fucking brilliant. I want to make a character that does that.
Well, you
Ah,
just did.
I did, but like I want to make a character where it's like anytime I meet somebody, like, "Hi, you're new. You need to pay me for meeting me."
I'm actually a celebrity around here.
You should pay me and ask for my autograph. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the morning then. I mean, they'll see you in the morning again. Again, sometime, first time.
Nice to have met you, Azazel.
I'm bold of you to assume I'm not Aurora.
You
You're
don't
not
look like
pretty
an
enough to
Aurora.
be an Aurora.
I don't have to be an
Queenie,
Aurora.
that's very rude to say.
See?
Kind
Thank
of the
you.
point.
Oh, we're supposed to be rude?
A little bit. He was rude to us.
I was not rude to you. What part of what I said was rude?
Just your general being.
That's unfair. That is just who I am.
Why don't you go back to Aurora and stay up? Take some time. We'll be here.
Don't tell me how to live my life. I'll turn away and leave.
That's not a no on the cards.
Oh, that's actually, yeah, that was an actual thing. I thought you were gonna be like stick up her ass. You're just like someone else was in the group not too long ago.
I think there's a difference. I'm probably alive and she's dead.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
Sweetie! Just kind of
Ooh.
like.
there's a big smile on his face. Like, you know what? You're right.
Too soon?
Yes!
No, actually,
very
that's very
much.
accurate.
It seems as if he doesn't really care about the loss of these people.
Well,
Oh,
you don't know how people grieve.
See, you ace, man, boy. I was like put a fist out, even though I'm across the room for like an air fist bump.
He kind of like looks up at you and kind of tilts his head. He'll like get up out of the chair, like walk over to you and like put a hand out like, is this what I'm supposed to do?
No, make your hand into a fist.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, and then we're gonna tap, and then you're gonna bring it back like you're gonna punch somebody, and then open it up and make an explosion sound.
Okay.
You are gonna be so moldable. I'm going to enjoy this.
Just kind of turns back to the group with like a big smile and a thumbs up. Is this how you greet people here?
No, it's how you greet like your brother.
I see. Um, do you have any siblings?
I do. Do you?
You could see him kind of like a little bit of a tick in his smile. Well, I used to.
Fair, fair. A lot of people die.
That was a bit of an insensitive question. I apologize.
I'm a pretty open book.
Well, I'll be sure to greet you with the fist bump, I think is what you called it.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Sure, little bro.
You just see his eyes kind of like wide, and he kind of looks from you to himself and then to you, like, I do believe you got our height a little bit wrong, but I think I'm a bit taller than you.
You are. That's the point. You usually say the opposite, like Little John. Little Ace. Little bro.
I don't exactly understand, but I will take it for what it is. Then are
Cool.
you the big brother? Kind of just like tilts his head to the side.
Sure, you can call me that.
Interesting. Well, all right. Kind of just like gives you a bit of a nervous smile. I don't mean to take up your time. And you should get some rest, as should we. We will meet you in the morning.
I believe I was invited to cards, unless I'm no longer allowed to do that.
Still invited.
Cool. Quick game of cards.
Sure.
Sure. After you, pick any booth. They're all the same, except for that one. That one's weird.
We're taking the weird one then.
All right, perfect.
Just head on over. Pull out a deck of playing cards. Shuffle them. Play a quick game. Nothing insane. No betting.
Nope. Cool. That was fun. I guess I'll see you in the morning then, shall we?
Yeah, I was sorry about Queenie. Be a little rough sometimes, but she means well.
That's all good. I mean, odd, but no odder than you and the rest of them. You guys do share a little bit too much in the beginning, but she needs to get whatever out of her ass. But I feel like I'm just kind of used to it at this point.
It's not a good thing to be getting used to.
Comes with the territory.
Fair enough. If you need anything, we'll be here. We'll see you in the morning.
Sounds good. Enjoy the rooms. He just kind of stretches and walks back up to the room. When he comes in and closes it, he goes, "Fuck, they're weird."
The new people.
Yeah, the new people. They're weird. You're gonna love them. Also, oh, go ahead.
What did they want?
Apparently, they were sent here to do what we were saying we weren't going to do anymore.
So there's still possibly a reason to keep going.
Agree to disagree, I guess. So much for that 24 hours.
Perhaps meeting in the morning would help.
Yeah, I told him we'll see him in the morning. So we'll just chill, relax, and you can see the freaks. I mean, the new people tomorrow.
All right. Thank you for coming back.
Where did you think I was gonna go?
Shrugs. Nowhere. It still means something to me that you came back.
Well, I tried to bring back you some money, but apparently that didn't work out.
Well, what are your thoughts on them?
We kind of pauses before he's about to say something, and he looks at Aurora and goes, "I'm not gonna say that." One's got a stick up her ass. The other is gonna be very malleable, and the other one looks like looks like a person who's good with his hands.
What is that supposed to mean?
What do you want it to mean? Where's your mind, Saya?
don't know what you mean. That was out of character. That was out of character. Okay. She's just gonna shrug her shoulder.
You allow your mind to think whatever you think it should mean, and that's what I
Down Azazel, I hate you right now so much.
mean.
She just kind of goes, we'll talk to them tomorrow. They're giving us time to mourn and grieve and
Yeah, great
all
people.
that.
Won't give an offering, but great people.
She's gonna look over at Aurora and just go, she's just,
Why are you staring at her so hard?
I want to hug her.
You can.
Can
Don't
I?
creepily stare at someone and then be like, I want to hug them. That's called stalking.
Can I hug you?
Aurora's gonna nod.
Oh my god, Saya showing emotion? Whoa!
It's all because this is Azazel, baby.
Oh, she goes over there. She walks over to Aurora and she kind of sits on the bed and just kind of goes, I just feel like we need this at the moment. And it just kind of hugs her.
She lets her. She kind of returns the hug after a moment. Not so much just from like hesitation, just more still like grief.
It's gonna be okay.
I hope so.
You still have me. And you still have... And she kind of pulls away and like kind of moves some of her Aurora's hair and goes, and we'll do our best to make the pieces not hurt so much, if you know what I mean.
I do. I feel like I lost part of myself.
I just want you to know that in the last moments that I could see, Astra fought hard. And she was always thinking about others before herself. She called to me to... She called to me to see if I could get out, but I could not. And I only hoped that she followed you. I was hoping that. Everyone did. Everyone fought hard.
I know. And I know that if our positions had been changed, I would have wanted her to live as well. But then she would be in the same position I'm in right now.
And in that moment, Saya just hugs Aurora tight and just kind of hides her face in her shoulder.
Yeah, she's again gonna return the hug.
She just kind of goes. She goes, Can you not, Azazel? I'm breaking character because of you.
I didn't do anything. Standing here.
You lying piece of shit. she
I made the wrong character for this game.
she's hugging Aurora, and she just goes, I'm so sorry. I wish I made better choices. If I didn't engage, if I just stayed where I was, maybe. I'm so sorry. And there's a little bit of survivor's guilt in Saya. Not a little bit, a lot of survivor's guilt. Especially because she doesn't know why she was brought back in the way that she was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Aurora's just gonna just get quiet after that. Like, she's more or less hit like her quota of what she can manage to say right now. But she'll just remain in the hug for as long as Saya does.
Yeah, Saya will stay in it for like a minute, maybe two. And she'll pull away. And she'll go and she'll look at Azazel. Meet you back here. I'll meet you two back here in the morning, and we'll go down together to talk.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's up to you if you lock or unlock the door. We know what'll happen.
No. It sounded very threatening and rapey.
Good night.
Yeah, doesn't make it worse.
And Saya she goes, and this time she just locks the door, and keeps going to her.
She's
Gets
really
to her
gotta
room.
work on her exit.
And when she gets to her room, she walks through the door and then just goes to lay on the bed.
Downstairs, Queenie looks at Jack and Aces. I thought you two said BYO rules.
It doesn't mean we need to fight everyone.
You said BYO rules.
Yeah.
We didn't say our real names. We gave them as much information as we could without being suspicious. And we made new friends.
No, we didn't. I'm pretty sure I pissed that guy off. You said BYO rules.
I probably should have been more specific, that's on me. But it's alright, it seems like he's used to people acting like that, so... I don't know what this old group was like, so I might be in
It's
for a treat.
mean.
50% Feywild rolls.
Just kind of like raises an eyebrow. I mean, this is the same way that I always act.
Yeah, I know, because you're nice. Really nice, and I love you for it. The Feywild rolls mean that I become mean to keep people away because the Feywild is weird and scary.
Yeah, but these were the people we're trying to find. We don't want to be pushing them away.
We're supposed to be working together with these people. I mean,
Everyone else, we keep away from them. But this is the group that we're supposed to work with.
You hear a clearing of a throat from behind you. And the barkeeper is like, who heard everything you said because you weren't being private.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of leans over and is like, word of advice to you. The one that you compared yourself to, like you being living and her being dead, her twin is upstairs.
just like very gently, like hits the back of Queenie's head, like
You can't. She's already just like face planted a table and made like a very loud noise and like impact.
this is why we be nice. We don't know what
But
they're
you
going
said
through.
Feywild rules.
There's a chuckle as the barkeep like leans over with a
God,
glass
I
of
feel like a
wine.
right dick.
Well, you can apologize in the morning.
I mean,
I'm gonna pay that guy off, aren't I?
I highly doubt Azazel is going to tell Aurora you said that, but at the same time, yeah, it was a choice made with very little information, so I don't think you'll be blamed.
Sorry, we've traveled to weird places and we make rules that go to Feywild rules because, well, answers in the name. I feel like a real dick now.
Like I said, you can apologize in the morning. If you really feel that bad about it, maybe pay for their breakfast.
Oh, can I do that? Can I pay for their breakfast?
Technically, food is included in the room, so them paying for a room means that they've paid for breakfast.
Go pay for the room? How long have they paid for already?
And again, you kind of see it like awkwardly, like they've paid for a while.
Well, we'll find another way.
I'm sure it can be useful in some way. I'll repair some armor or something.
We can find some flowers. Give them a bouquet.
Oh, flowers. Yeah, that's good. Do flowers grow? Is there like a florist in town?
There's probably like patches of wildflowers if you go to the lake. If you follow the northern path outside of town, it'll take you to the lake edge.
Kind of looks over at Queenie with like big eyes, like,
Big eyes back. Just like, okay, we can do that. Yeah, we'll do. Thank you. Sorry, what was your name?
I am Danica. You'll see him popping in and out. My husband is Erwin.
Hi.
it's very much a pleasure to meet you.
And you.
Thank you
Yeah,
very much for your wonderful hospitality and in your quick thinking. Just kind of looks to Queenie.
It was Feywild rules.
I'm still going to make fun of you for it.
And that's not fair.
You make fun of me constantly. I think it's very fair.
I don't make fun of you.
He kind of just looks at you and like sticks his tongue out.
Just sticks us out back at you.
If you don't mind me asking, how long has that group been staying here?
They've actually only been here. It's a relative. They've been here for 2 days.
So they're fresh as well. Any advice?
On to what to deal with them.
Deal with them or to get on their good sides, if you know anything?
And this place.
That as well.
This place is creepy.
How much were you told before you were shuttled off to here?
Bare minimum.
Stay on the paths. Don't trust wolves or bats. And that's about it?
Yeah. And you can see her, like, face palm. It's just like, oh, okay. Ismark really did you a disservice. And Danica will sit down with you all and go over the very basics. So, this is a country that has no access to the outside world, ruled over by a man in a castle who is a vampire.
So they're really common around here then.
Yeah. In fact,
Like
every
Fro's only hit 5.
every vampire will be his spawn. So think of that as you will.
I have questions, actually. And he just kind of like brings out a notebook and a quill and is like, I've only heard ghost stories about vampires. What are they actually like? Do they actually have to subsist off of blood? What is a spawn? What are their sleeping schedules? Just like full on, like, give me all the details.
Does where we're from originally, like, does that have vampires in it or not?
Yes, Eberron does have vampires,
Okay.
but they're like they do follow the same kind of rules in the sense of like, oh, it's a dude that was transformed by some kind of curse or whatever else, but it is more likely that he did it through some kind of genetic experimentation rather than like some kind of curse.
Oh, so we're looking at like Jekyll and Hyde version of a vampire and not like Dracula's version of Dracula.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
So the things that she's telling you, like, while some of it you do know, some of it is completely new to you.
Okay.
And with a chuckle, Sonda, she looks to you and goes, I need to get back to work, but my husband, he will happily answer any questions that you have.
I didn't mean to keep you from your work. I greatly apologize. But
completely
thank you
fine.
very much.
And you watch as, with a little bit of a chuckle, you see like two young boys burst out of the kitchen, and she's immediately like, "Ah, excuse me," and she goes chasing after them. Looks like they've stolen like one of the kitchen pots and they're using it as a helmet.
Oh, that's kind of like the Full House.
I feel like we will be very, will fit very well in here specifically. This seems like a very nice and loving place to be.
Hmm. What time did you say it was? DM, like 3 p.m. at this point.
Oh yeah, it's I'd say it's probably close to 5 p.m. at this point.
Okay. Is it still light out or is it dark?
I'd say it is still light, but you can see how it's getting closer to that point of dusk. You do have time.
The main thing is that would we have time to go to the river, pick some flowers, and come back before nightfall?
I'd say so.
Should we go get those flowers?
I think it would be lovely.
I think so too. Jack, you want to come with us, or are you staying here?
I'll come with you guys. I'm not gonna leave you guys alone.
Thank you. Um, King, I'm assuming, is coming with us, right? But he'll just
Yeah,
stay away from the water's edge.
yeah, King can't really swim. He's more of a sinker.
Yeah.
If he gets
Uh,
wet, does he rust?
Not immediately, no. If you let him stay wet, it's human out. He can, but keep him oiled or some form of protection on him. Keeps him nice and pristine.
we shine him up real nice.
Very interesting. And you said he doesn't have to eat. So what is his fuel?
Trade secret.
Hey, I build the shell, he builds the insides.
Can't let all my secrets out. Where's the fun in that?
Sonder kind of just like pouts a little bit.
Ruins the mystery of.
But I won't tell anyone. I want, cause it's, he kind of like goes over to King and just like, very much like, you know the Will Smith meme where he's on stage and he like gets up and he just makes this very wide gesture of like here.
Oh, like when he's referring to his wife and he just like did that like big thing on the red carpet or something.
Yes.
Okay.
He just kind of like walks up and just waves his hand down King like, I've never encountered anybody like this before, so I want to know how to correctly help take care of them.
Well, I would be asking King the questions then, because he knows himself better than I know him.
Does he know how to write?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Never asked
Well,
him to
I did-
write. Probably.
I did teach him his ABCs.
Then
Literally, I just got the ABC.
He knows how to spell abk
And cab.
in cat.
Interesting. When we retire for the night, I have some experiments.
Oh, don't ding him up too bad. I literally just got all the scratches out of him.
I don't believe holding a quill will cause any indents. I don't think feathers are that strong.
Let's get to that lake.
Mhm.
Jack's just gonna get up and start heading down. He's gonna wave King over, so we'll come start following as well.
And we'll say for the sake of time, the following the directions that Danica gives you, it's very easy to walk out the northern gate, find the lake, find flowers, and go from there.
As they're walking back, Sonder is just like putting together this very lovely bouquet of just like putting all of the green flowers kind of surrounding everything else and making it all look pretty and tying a ribbon around it, like in his element.
Queenie's trying to copy you, but it's very like haphazard. Aces help.
That's all right. So, what you got to do, and he kind of like shows you and like directs you on how to make a proper like apology bouquet. You want to put the yellow tulips in the front. Yellow tulips are good for everything.
Okay, tulips in the front. Okay.
But they very specifically have to be yellow tulips. Different colored tulips mean different color or different things, and just kind of like goes on a little bit of a like this is the language of flowers type of like
That is the
bullshit.
Victorian flower language.
No, literally, as we're just walking back to the to the inn, like this is what this means, and that is what that means, and this is why we put this in the front and that in the back. Shows our gratitude and blah 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 blah.
So I
Question.
think they. Oh, okay.
Are they gonna know what this means?
I mean, I think yellow is just like a very sunshiny color to kind of like make somebody feel happier.
Even if they don't quite understand the full impact, it's still the thought and the meaning that we know behind it.
That's fair. Alright. That looks pretty good.
I believe this is a day well done.
Assume like when they then get back, we kind of just leave the flowers outside the door.
I mean, I was gonna give mine when we saw them. Like when we woke up and we went like, "Hi, good morning." Just like, "Here's some flowers. Apology flowers."
I think what Queenie's gonna do is like she's gonna tie him up with a nice note, and then she's just gonna write on a little piece of paper or something, just like, "Sorry for your loss," and then like a dash and like a Q to mean like Queenie, and she's gonna pop it outside the door and then just knock twice really quickly and then just run back downstairs.
That happened at our door.
Yes.
Did they knock on the right door?
Yeah, because
You
they
know
heard...
your room number.
Yeah, they heard your new room number, so they know.
I'm just gonna. I'll get up. I'm just gonna crack the door open. And I see these flowers.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? Ew. Pick them up. Rory, you got any secret lovers?
No.
Well, you got a stalker now. I'm gonna close the door. Say it. Do you got a stalker? Oh, she's not in here. These are for you, Rory. These are from our door. Ain't no way these are for me. They ain't my color.
Despite like everything she's going through, she does kind of perk up a little bit at seeing fresh flowers. It's like they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're all right. I don't know if I would have added the yellow, but
It's not a color we see often around here.
well, that's probably a reason. Sorry, guys. I'm a horrible person.
Oh. She's gonna probably stick them in like a wash basin and everything and put water in it just to try and like keep them from wilting too fast.
Yeah, they put a grieving woman to work.
I mean, it also has the condolences note in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm a DM. If I may, I would like to swipe that. Do I see it first off?
Perception check. See if you see it.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
Please fumble this roll. That would be hilarious. If no one sees it and just put it into the water.
Oh, well, that is a self roll. My apologies. It was a 14.
Yeah, I'll say that although it was a... What's it called?
Yeah?
What is the word? I'll say that it's an obvious enough note. Because it's literally, I'm assuming, Queenie, that it's like a bit of parchment that you've ripped into a square.
I'm sorry, say that again?
How did you make this
You're
note?
cutting out like every third word.
Oh, God.
Probably like probably like typical flowers, whereas like there's usually like a stick. So she probably would have found just like a very thin stick and have like made the note and then like poked it through the stick. So it's probably not like if you wouldn't look for a note on a flower, you would probably like easily miss it. But it's also not like hidden and like covert in there. Like it's hard to explain this. Has nobody ever received like a bouquet of flowers before? There's usually like a little note on a stick in the flower.
I know what you're talking about.
And if you guys haven't, then do you know what? Screw it. I will send you all flowers in the post because everybody should have flowers.
Do I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I swipe it before someone else sees it?
Now that is a sleight of hand.
$22.
I hate how the dice favor you.
For the shittiest moments.
Yeah, you swipe the note.
And you still don't know what I put in your bags. All right, I swipe the note. While Aurora is like, you know, getting the basin and doing all that stuff, I kind of just want to like just nonchalantly like go in my pocket like it was just a piece of paper. I'm going to read what it says. If anyone wants to tell me what it says.
It literally just says, "Sorry for your loss." Yeah, it literally just says like, "Sorry for your loss." -Q.
Oh, how do I make this horrible? No, I feel like Aurora needs this. Oh, by the way, I forgot there was a note that was with it.
There was. She'll go over to retrieve it from him if he's offering it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I hand it to you. I think it's from the freaks downstairs that I met.
I will be sure to thank them in the morning. It's a nice gesture.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little bit, you know, kiss ass, but not bad.
How much do they know about us?
No clue. They had a paper with all of our names on it, and that what's his face told them about us.
She's like, she tilts her head, like visibly trying to work out who you mean by what's his face.
The guy who what was his name? I forget.
Your fucking friend, Ismark?
I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Isla knows anyone's names.
I don't know. Does he have any real friends? That's the other question. Oh, Ismark, that dude.
Oh. I suppose if Ismark sent them, then there's little reason to doubt what intentions they might have.
Oh, hold on. There are plenty of reasons.
If they're speaking the truth, then Ismark sent you with us.
Yeah, and look what happened. Half our party's dead. Not my fault. Just saying, shit happens.
Okay, I say it and I get back when he says it, nobody bats an eye.
We're not there.
People will say we shouldn't trust him. Wakes up the next morning, tries to make pancakes, doesn't even make them, and everyone's okay with them. Okay, he's just got really amazing luck and people skills.
Oh.
Just a lovable asshole.
Somehow, some way, yes.
Speaking of which, side thing, DM, how well has her sketch turned out so far?
Make a dexterity check for me. I
That
mean,
was so close to a 20.
yeah. In fairness, better than you figured it would. Like you have had to stop a couple of times because your handle starts shaking, or you can feel like tears welling up, and you don't want any water splotches on the page. But it's a decent likeness.
Yay. um, well, beyond the fact that you think they're weird, do you think they would make good traveling companions?
Fuck no, you kidding me? First off, their names are whack. Second of all, they have a big old robot. Third of all, the guy cheats at cards. There's no way he had that many aces. Especially when I was also cheating.
Um, but would there not be a sort of safety in numbers in a place like this?
Yes, but if you remember a couple hours earlier, we were on a path of saying money, living decent life.
We
Or you?
were.
Mm-hmm.
I I still don't know what choice. Um, I can say right now that I right now I would still like to continue. If,
Mm-hmm.
o- if only to honor my sister's memory. I know that's not the answer you would like to hear, but it's the only answer I have right now.
And why is that your choice?
Mm, Because right now, the things that I can hold on to of my sister are very few. All I have left of her in the world is her bag. If nothing else, I can at least help to finish the mission that we started.
He opens his mouth and then pauses. If that is your decision, I understand that and respect it.
I'm sorry, though. I know that it's not what you would prefer to hear in this moment.
Doesn't matter what I would like to hear. You made your decision. You're doing what's best for you.
I am. Will Will you follow through with your plan and leave then?
As I said, 24 hours, make your decision, go from there.
was getting late, wasn't it?
Yeah, like now
DM.
it's
Yeah.
probably hitting the evening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. My brain was trying to decide if it was late enough for her to suggest like, okay, it's probably time to sleep then. Sleep and deal with things in the morning.
I believe it is.
A vacuum created in the manosphere for content
I
release was
hope that
sharing
you have
novelty,
pleasant
and that Pearl
dreams.
Davis being the one to deliver it was too enticing
Thank you.
for people to fully turn away
You
from
as
it. Again,
well.
if you can grab onto a token and then act like they are a monolith who represents
She
everyone in
will
who it should
be.
be, then it's very easy to
She
just
will
be
be
like,
praying to
"You are
Suni as
awesome,
she
you are
falls
fantastic."
asleep, even
But
though
she's
it's
not gonna spend bottom jail for
technically
content
not the
because
way
what
she's
is
supposed to be
fantastic
praying.
is
It's
just
just that
taking
like
off of the suffering
she's still
load.
praying.
And
She's
Daily
doing what
Press
she
with
can.
confirming the idea that cheating isn't a big deal. She tweeted this actually saying, quote, "It's better to mentally accept that your husband may cheat and you're willing to work through it than mentally believe it is the worst thing ever. Infidelity is one of the leading causes of these things can and should be
Zizzle's
really
just going to
based, bro. Based. Honestly, like I can
just
understand
lay in bed and
some
just
process, right?
contemplate if he's going to stay or leave.
Some people with infidelity, some people can work through it.
Is he going to be in the other bed, or is he going to be in the same one with her?
Some people, not everyone. Or bad enough, she once also claimed that women like being cheated
Kind
on.
of without thinking, like there's no other kind of motive. He just kind of kicks back and just lays back in the bed you guys have both been sitting on for a while.
Okay, yeah, she will just once more, like, instinctively just cuddle up with him.
Yep, that's easy enough. He doesn't change or move.
She's probably not moving much throughout the night either.
Fair enough. He is just going to be deep in thought for the remainder of his time away.
Honestly, there's nothing more emotionally fulfilling than putting your love and trust into a person. Making a commitment to keep it in your pants only discover that trust has been discarded for entirely selfish reasons. Also strange that for someone who...
Okay. For Full House, when booking rooms for the night, you're given a key each, but you are warned that the only spare room that they have is a communal room, so it'll be all of you sleeping in the same room, if that's okay.
I'm totally down for that. I don't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And jokingly, Danica is even there like, yeah, and there is technically, I don't know if he sleeps, and she's looking at King when she says that. It's like, but there will be a bed for him.
Well, I do appreciate that. He does not sleep, though.
Well, there's a bed anyway.
who has never been in a substantial relationship, you think you have any right whatsoever to say what flies or doesn't fly in everyone else's relationships.
You're truly too kind. Thank you so much.
I mean, you're paying. And she just kind of shrugs with a smile.
How much weight can the beds hold?
Great question, and we don't want to break your bed.
And she thinks about that and then kind of looks at King again. Goes, you might not want to sit him on it.
King, you're staying on the first floor and not going up to the second floor. We don't want to break the stairs or floors.
Oh no, like the stairs and the floors will be able to take him. I'm thinking about a bed frame.
Also fact.
Yeah,
Never mind.
we
come
did
back
have to
up
make
the-
him a metal one.
Then we'd have to look around a metal bed.
No, I said we made him one back in Full House. It's just
Oh, yeah.
don't have that kind of metal here. Oh, is there a blacksmiths in town?
And she gives it some thought and goes, there is a blacksmith, but it's very, like for basic things like shoe horns? Not shoe horns. Horseshoes.
Fair enough.
And farming equipment more than anything. But it's a forge if you're needing a forge.
Potentially. Do you need any repairs done around here?
No, I thank you, but we are alright.
Just let me know if you ever do need any repairs or anything. I'm good with metal, and I also work with leather.
I also work with leather, and I can do wood carving, and I can do, and he just lists off, like, so much shit.
I have one other question. Do you know anyone in this town by the name of Blinsky?
Because this is some whole grain gluten-free bull, and I am tired. I am tired. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I missed that last one, Dave. That was a question.
Do you know anyone in this town named Blinsky?
Oh, the toy maker.
Where would that? I guess he has a shop, or does he work off of like a booth?
Oh no, he'll probably be closed now, but his shop is off. If you head down East Street and you'll see the town center. It's a very obvious like open market. His shop is just off the right hand side.
Fair enough. I do appreciate that. We might take a gander, see what he might have.
Oh, I can see that. And she, again, looking at Ken.
Yeah, he's just one big toy.
What if your husband cheats on you and gives you an Imperial STD? Who will date you with an Imperial STD? It's kind of like saying, since she likes an analogy, that man punched my stomach during a fight.
If you need anything, or if Erwin needs help in the kitchen, I can lend some assistance on that one as well.
And I promise to stay out of the kitchen.
Please do.
But if you do need help behind the bar, I can also do that.
It isn't the pot calling the pot a pot. Okay, so on one hand, that's not what I was expecting to drop into the graphics right now, but
I want a competition for how many beer jokes I could hold.
I appreciate that. If we need you, I'll remember the offer. But for now, you need a rest, and if I will remember, and she points to you, Sonda, I will remember to get my husband to sit with you.
Oh, it is absolutely no rush. I don't want to take time out of your day if you have important things to do.
If he normally cooks, I can take over the kitchen while you guys have your conversation.
Well, in the morning when there is less patrons and gesturing around, like throughout the day, you've watched the tavern fill up with more and more people, whereas now it is the busiest it's ever been. And he goes, in the morning it's probably the best time to catch him when he's not taking orders from everyone else.
I see. Well, then, I would definitely like to have a little bit of a conversation, if he's up for it.
I'll direct him your way.
Just a small, shy smile. Thank you very much. I appreciate it quite a bit.
Taking contrarian stances on abuse, even going as far as to say that those who cry abuse are the real abusers. The truth is, she's doing two things with what...
Alright, well, I'm gonna head up to bed then.
That is probably the best idea.
Yeah, I'm tired. My feet hurt.
Well, if there's only one bed, then I volunteer to sleep on the floor, because beds are too difficult for me to sleep in anyways.
Didn't she say it's like 4 beds?
Yeah, heading outside up the stairs and like finding your guest room. It's essentially one long...
Danica said there was an...
Oh, gone. I mean,
okay, what were you saying?
I was going to say, I just stopped talking because other people kept talking. Feel free.
This is some riveting stuff, guys.
Yes, the room is a long rectangle with 4, not quite double beds, probably like twins. But enough space for all of you to fit comfortably, with Sonda probably being an outlier.
Yeah, it's fine. He doesn't really feel comfortable sleeping on things that are too soft anyways, so he'll kind of just like, you know what, fuck it. we're gonna get our spell slots expended anyways. He'll just wild shape into a cat and go underneath the bed.
She actually believes it or not is she doesn't have to take this stance. She doesn't have to. Literally doesn't have to. Doesn't have to. But she does.
Women cry abuse for everything, and we've actually lost the meaning of abuse.
If you do that, Queenie is definitely like dangling some string.
Like, if you go to, and I know this because I'm doing a divorce documentary, and so I'm actually interviewing men that are in the process of getting like, absolutely wrecked by divorce, and a lot of them have
Like he'll give you a bit of a look, like we're supposed to be sleeping, and kind of like turn around and like swish his tail as he crawls back under the bed, and just like closes his eyes like go to bed.
Now, to my knowledge, Hannah has never publicly
Spoil
disclosed whether she herself
sport.
is a survivor of anything, and she doesn't need to have been to be an expert on the topic, but what she's maintaining here is not only not reflected in reality.
But I think with that, that is a good place to end it for this week's episode. And we'll all wake up in the morning, the two groups will have their moment, and then we'll see what the plan is and where they plan on going next. But thank you everyone so much for watching. This VOD will be going up on Tuesdays, as it does every Tuesday. And just a reminder, there will be no session next week, as I will be abroad. But thank
Good
you
night.
to my beautiful players. Good night to you all.
Good night.